Hey, welcome to Pushing Buttons, the bi-weekly, I said bi-weekly this time, I got
Good
it right.
job.
First try. The bi-weekly podcast where we talk about our ideas, concepts, opinions, experiences in video games. My name's Kevin.
My name's Robert.
I'm Kyle.
This is going to be a fun one.
Yes.
So, if you haven't listened to the previous episode, go back and do that because, well, I guess if you don't, I'm going to spoil it
The
right
past
now
two
anyway.
episodes, actually.
Oh, yeah, we had the bonus Marvel episode.
We did.
Yeah, that
That
was a
came
good
out
one.
last week.
It was a little long one, but
That was
it's
fun.
worth it.
was
It's
very
worth
fun.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess as of right now, we're kind of weekly for these 3 weeks, but that's not normal. Any time we have a bonus episode, though, it's just extra fun, extra joy. Yeah.
More love.
But at the end of the last proper episode of Pushing Buttons, we challenged each other to play a video game that we would normally never play, and I also made the challenge to you guys to do the same thing.
Hopefully you kept your word.
Yeah, let's see what some of you said. Let's
Oh, what?
Oh.
We got actual people?
No, but you know how great
Oh.
it would be if people would comment on stuff on.
Oh,
Give
you
us-
totally let me
feelings.
down just now.
See,
my feelings.
if you guys just interact with us a little bit, the joy that these guys would bring, that these guys would have from you, that could be all your joy.
I would perform better.
Just hit us up. You can
You
contact
probably want
us.
my joy more than Robert's.
We're on Instagram at Pushing Buttons
No,
Podcast.
Robert, let's make a bet.
We're on Twitter
Okay.
at Pushing Buttons P.
If you hashtag Kyle's joy, or if you hashtag Robert's joy on our Twitter, and the winner gets to make the other person do something they don't want to do. How's that sound?
Sure.
Yes.
it's a deal.
Hashtag battle. Let's
Gentleman's
do it.
agreement.
At Pushing Buttons P on Twitter,
yeah.
at Pushing Buttons Podcast
That's the
on
name.
Instagram. I'm at ImpulseG66.
At Monumentus Kyle.
At Too Spooky for Robert.
Yeah, you can hit us up there or check out any of our various things on pushingbuttonspodcast.com, but that's enough for that. So we did challenge each other to play games that we'd normally never play. We're not going to talk about that in this first segment where we talk about what we've been up to, but other than the game that you would normally never play and are going to talk about later, what have you guys been up to the last couple of weeks?
Interesting couple weeks, I would have to say, for me.
Oh, yeah?
I
How so?
tried a couple new Netflix shows.
Nice.
I watched You.
You watched me.
The show was
I
called
know.
You.
I know. I'm sorry.
I watched you, though.
I binged watched it, man. That was a great show. If you guys like Dexter or anything like a mystery, like a good mystery at its core, then
Sometimes it depends on how.
I would highly recommend
done,
it.
but-
Like, it was great. And I also checked out another Netflix show, Russian Doll.
You
I
did.
didn't think you were actually going to watch it.
I didn't think so either.
It was funny. I liked it a lot. It was great.
It was more than just funny. It was actually it's a suspenseful show that
Yeah.
it does have a lot of humor in it. But
Indeed.
yeah, it's like a darker version of Groundhog Day.
I watched it all
Very
last
well done,
night
yeah.
instead of playing my chosen game.
Nice. Nice. Well, once we
I
hear
liked it,
about
though. It
the
was
game,
great.
once we hear about the games, I'm sure I'm not going to blame you for
Yeah.
watching Russian
No,
Doll.
believe me, you're in for a doozy.
I think we all are for all of our games.
And aside from that, I played Resident Evil Remake for a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
I
you
didn't
streamed
play
a little bit of it.
I did stream somewhat of it. But after that stream ended, I went ahead and finished that campaign. So
Why would
I've
you
done
keep streaming that.
well. I kind of just felt like after work one day, like I want to play, but I didn't want to stream.
Oh, I thought you meant like right after the stream.
That's what it sounded
Oh,
like.
no,
Ended
no,
the
no.
Stream and then
That
continued
was Super
playing.
Bowl Sunday, which was also part of the week. I went over to my parents' house and watched the Super Bowl with my family.
Boring.
God, it was terrible.
Oh my gosh, I'm not a sports person, but even by my standards, that was a boring game.
Yeah, I mean, Super Bowls tend to be flashy and exciting.
They can be.
Even the commercials and everything about it this year was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it was a mess.
You know what did happen though? That was really great on Super Bowl Sunday.
What?
Halftime Heat, NXT. It was seriously. If you guys have ever watched professional wrestling and stopped watching it, or want to watch what pro wrestling is right now in 2019. Watch Halftime Heat. Just look it up. It is fantastic. It is the top 6 stars from NXT, which is the most exciting pro wrestling brand actively going right now. And it's them just having a 3 versus 3 match, and it's phenomenal. It is a great fun. It's like, I think the whole thing was a half hour, but the match after the intros and everything was probably like 20, 22 minutes, somewhere in there.
Gotcha.
Really, really good. I think you guys should watch it, the two of you. And then all of you, all two
never
of
know.
you as well.
I might.
All two of you.
Sorry. Anyway, go on.
I played more Red Dead Redemption.
Fun.
I finished Arthur's story.
Cool.
I was really enthralled with it once I really just kind of sank my teeth into the main story.
So you finished the epilogue?
No, I have not done that yet.
Okay.
But I finished Arthur's portion up to then.
Gotcha.
And I got to say, his story went out really well. By the way,
Just had to turn that up a bit.
potential spoilers.
Pretty quiet.
What?
We were pretty quiet. I had to turn
Oh,
it up a
quiet?
bit. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll be louder.
Loud noises.
But it's a great game. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I feel like Arthur was a great protagonist. I agree with Robert now that he's the best voiced character in the game.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Well-
I thought Chris Judge was good.
You mean of the year then?
Of the year, pardon me. Of the year.
Nice.
I feel like Arthur really nailed it in, those last few scenes.
Yeah.
Like, I was really torn emotionally. Like, it moved me. Like, we're never going to get a protagonist that great ever again in a game, open world game.
So if you could go back to our episode where we talked about our favorite protagonists, he would easily be added to it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You guys should watch that one. That was an interesting talk as well.
I mean, I'm known to
One of our
do
first ones.
a pretty good Arthur impersonation.
Do it.
You want me to do it right now?
Do it. You have to now.
Fine, Dutch. I guess I'll do my voice.
I've never played the game, so I don't know how great that
God
is,
damn
but
it, Kevin.
I'm
You need to
enjoying
play
it
this
regardless.
effing game.
I might eventually. I might. I might.
Oh, Kevin, please just play the game. That's me trying to do Dutch. by
That
the
sounds
way.
more like
Arthur.
Deckard Cain as he's dying.
Deckard Cain.
Yeah, Deckard Cain as
My
he's
Arthur's
dying.
better than my Dutch.
Isn't everybody's?
Dutch is difficult, man. Like, he's got that really
He has a really unique voice.
gaspy,
Yeah.
like, it's like at the very bottom of your throat kind of voice. Whereas Arthur's just like, good dude. Like, it's like you got to clinch to get.
You gotta sound constipated.
There, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
exactly.
Channel your pain.
Other news, I played another random new game.
Oh yeah.
Xbox Live Gold had Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night.
Nice.
I
What'd you think?
downloaded that. It was fun.
Nice.
I like how it mimics Castlevania 3, where you have to do the character swaps to progress through the game.
Yeah.
And depending on which character you play, you can take different paths to the level.
So is that
Which was fun.
the prequel, or is that the full game?
It's the full game.
Okay, so the prequel was Curse of the. What was that? Was it Curse of the Moon? I think. Bloodstained Curse of the. It was
Oh, I don't
a
know.
more pixelated version of it that they released before. I didn't realize that that Bloodstained had come out.
Wait,
Am I thinking of
maybe-
the same game?
I don't know if you are.
Is it the spiritual successor to Castlevania?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Same game.
Yeah.
They have a pixelated version and then one that's a little bit more 2.5D. That
Oh,
is
I
the
played
full
I
game.
played the Pixel one.
Okay, so the other one's not out yet.
Oh, I thought it was.
So this is a free prequel.
Oh, I see.
Prequel.
Okay.
The
I
other
was
one's-
totally wrong.
The
then.
other one was kickstarted, and
Yeah.
this was actually a stretch goal from the Kickstarter.
Neat.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool though. It's a full-fledged game. Like
Yeah.
you can play as any of these characters, and
Yeah,
Have
look
fun.
up the other game. I like the pixelated graphic style better myself, but
it's great. Like I was surprised at how well it showed up on my HDTV.
yeah,
Like it was really atmospheric too, which is great.
nice.
Aside from that though, I'm looking forward to playing more Resident Evil 2 remake and finishing Red Dead 2
Cool.
epiloge this weekend.
I'm excited for you to finish that as well.
I am.
I feel like I have
I'm
to
very
move
excited.
out of the way whenever
Yeah,
you guys
just
don't touch me.
Yeah, just put your head back to that wall behind you there.
fly off into
Let
that
it hold
desert.
up your head.
What
Anyway,
about
that's it for me.
you? What about you, Robert? What have you been up to?
Well, I also watched Russian Doll, which I
Nice.
agree is a fantastic show. I also last night I watched the Fire Festival documentary that's on Netflix.
The Netflix one. Okay.
Oh, I've
And,
seen that. I watched that too.
yeah,
in
that
the
was,
past 2 weeks.
That was a fun watch.
That was a great
just
watch.
watching
I
how much
agree.
of a disaster that thing was.
I've been meaning to
Horrible.
watch that. I just haven't gotten around to
Oh,
it.
you'll
Yeah,
love
it's-
it. The guy is such a smartass, and he gets his due. It's great.
Yeah, it's a fun watch just to revel in. I mean, you kind of feel bad for the people, but at the same time, you don't because they're spoiled rich kids that
Yeah.
were able to
Right,
afford this
yeah.
kind of trip. So
And then there's Ja Rule.
yeah, but that was good. And then I watched the
That's my best Ja Rule voice.
That's not bad. And then I watched the 4-part documentary of on Ted Bundy.
Okay.
I did that too.
Yeah.
You didn't mention it.
Confessions with a Serial
Yeah,
Killer,
I
whatever,
watched that too.
conversation. That was really good. Like
That was amazing because I didn't know anything about him before
like I knew
the show.
of like him and his crimes, but
Right.
it was like
Nothing.
a deep dive in the details and stuff I never knew, which was
Man,
like I
that's
said, Netflix
crazy.
does really good documentaries.
Yeah.
So production value is always really great.
I still want to watch
You
it.
really need to watch Making a Murderer if you love that show.
It's on the list.
It's got to get done.
I
You
will.
just got to get it done.
So that's what I did. Then on a video game front, I can't remember if I mentioned
Why, it's a video game podcast.
last time or not, but I started God of War.
I think you
Finally.
Oh
talked about
yeah,
it.
that's right.
I think
Finally.
you talked
Congratulations.
I can't remember, but yeah. So almost a year later, right?
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
Getting there.
March,
Getting
April.
there. April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying the hell out of that game.
Pushing Buttons game of 2018.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can see why now.
How far are you?
Let's see. Atreus got sick. Then I took him to the witch.
Yep.
I went to Helheim and got the guy's heart and then brought it back and healed him.
Nice.
And then that's the last story thing I did. And now I've just been rowing around doing
So you're
like,
still
all the
pretty
little
close to the
side
beginning.
areas.
So you're at the best part of the game where you're just broing it up with certain people.
Yeah, I love. What's his name? It's been a year, so I'm not worried about spoilers. But I can't remember the guy you have on your
The head.
Mimir.
Mimir,
Mimir.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. And I see
Right.
what you guys meant about just wanting to keep rowing around, listening to
Yeah.
stories and
It's
stuff.
incredible.
Yeah.
All the dialogue.
It gives
in
you
that
so
game
much backstory
Yeah.
that you would never normally have, that you
Yeah.
would not otherwise have.
which
It's a
I know
good
we've
way of
talked about how
delivering it.
much we love that mythology too, and just hearing
Right, yeah.
like kind of new takes on the stories are really cool, and hearing how much Thor is a dick. I can't wait. Like I imagine you're gonna see him and Odin and all that before the end of the game.
It's
I
incredible.
don't know yet, but I imagine I will, and I'm excited.
Your
for
pants will blow right off your legs.
That is
That's
how
incredible.
That's what
I look forward to that.
what Thor does to people.
But yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot. One thing I noticed that is hard for me to get into is because I'm so used to like the Assassin's Creed type of open world game where I don't have to worry about missing stuff because I know everything's marked on a map and I can just come back to it.
Right.
Whereas this one,
You'd never-
you
yeah.
gotta know, you have to search for those secrets and stuff. And I find for me it's more irritating because I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have to.
You can go back later on.
Yeah, like there's lots of backtracking, but I don't like that feeling of knowing that I can miss stuff. I like knowing
Yeah.
that everything's
I-
easy to find. And,
I get where you're coming from. I like that it's not just all shown on the map where everything is and how to get to it, because it takes the fun out of it. And when you're playing a game like Assassin's Creed, it's like, I'm going to go to this point and grab
Oh,
that.
man.
And
But
then
see,
I'm gonna go to
it's
that.
so
that's what I
exhausting.
like
That.
because it gives me a sense of completion. Like I'm knocking
Yeah, but
things off
it's-
a list.
There's
I
pros
enjoy
and
that.
cons to both.
To me, it's just like
systems.
you're just doing it for the sake of, because it's there, instead of actually playing a game. To me, it's
Yeah.
like you're just
See, that's why I said I knew we would
interacting
disagree on
with
this
a thing.
a couple weeks ago when
Yeah.
I mentioned it. Yeah,
I know.
but it's a great game, and I'm so glad I'm finally getting around to playing.
Me
it,
too.
so,
Me
Nice,
too.
nice.
Incredible game.
that's it for me.
I also watched Russian Doll.
How was it?
Shocker.
It was good. I liked it a lot. Like I mentioned before, Halftime Heat is great. Go watch Halftime Heat, Halftime Heat, Halftime Heat. I want to give my experiences with Apex Legends, which is here behind us,
Oh,
which entails me installing the game, going into the settings, taking 5 minutes for the game to kick me out of... say that it couldn't connect and kick me back to the lobby, and then when I finally got into a training session, the game just closed. So that was my entire experience
Lovely.
with Apex Legends. I really do want to play it, though. I've heard how great it is, even as a single person, to be able to interact without a microphone, to be able to interact with your other two squad mates, because you have to be in groups of 3. And
That'd be fun.
being able to, yeah, I mean, there's 3 of us here.
Yeah, I mean,
But
the
I
opportunities.
have to play on PC. I can't play a shooter with a controller. I can't do it.
You get used to it.
I've tried. The only shooter that I played all the way through, like first-person shooter I played all the way through with a controller that I can remember is GoldenEye 64.
There's no hope for you then.
Yeah. I mean, if I could do it with the worst controller, I can do it with a good controller too, I'd think, but I don't know. What else have I done? I bought Wargroove, but I haven't played it yet. It's a new indie game.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
It does. It's in the style of
Advance Wars.
Advance Wars.
I played that on the DS back in the day.
And there's the
Good games.
What's the other game that's like that? That Nintendo.
Fire Emblem?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem. Yes, it's in that kind of style of turn-based
Strategy games.
Turn-based strategy. Easy for me to say. I've never played one of those games before, and I really wanted to, so I bought Wargroove on Steam, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet because I was wrapped up playing the game for this episode of the podcast.
I think out of all three of us, you've probably played your game the most.
That's true, yeah. I played mine for an hour, and I was like, nope.
I played mine for about 5 hours.
That's more than I thought you'd do.
Well, you don't know what game it is yet. See, that's the kicker, is that we don't know what each other have played, and leading up to this episode of the podcast, my computer... Rewards app on Xbox is... I don't care! They heard us talking about...
It's trying to tell you got to join the X-Bros,
Hi,
right?
FBI agents.
X-Bros? X-Bros.
Anyway,
Hey, we can play Apex Legends together if you get an Xbox.
I could just play it on the PC and say, screw you guys. Or you can get it on the PC.
I can, but Robert can't.
I know.
I don't want to play it anyways.
The whole reason we started doing this podcast is because we love talking about video games, and this gives us an outlet to be able to do it and talk very quickly, apparently.
Sure.
But now we can't talk about it outside of the podcast because we'd be killing material for this podcast.
Yeah.
So now I've been
Big
dying to
no-no.
hear what they have been playing for the last couple of weeks, or for 1 to 2 hours or whatever of the last couple of weeks. Let's get down to it. I
Down
want
to
to hear...
business.
Let's get ready to rumble!
How are we going to decide who
Down
goes
to
first?
business.
How are we going to decide who goes first?
Rock, paper, scissors?
I don't know, honestly.
Let's do
How
rock,
about we do a majority vote?
Kyle goes first.
Okay.
That's not how I envision that going.
He suggested it.
Are you sure you want me to go first?
Kyle goes first.
Sustained.
Kyle goes first.
Well, everybody.
What game? Let's
Are you
clarify
ready?
what this is. So this
Kevin,
is,
you already know what it is.
this is a game. These are games that we would normally have never played.
Right.
Not that we assumed we would hate. Just games that we would normally never play, and try to go in with an open mind to see if there's something that could change our mind about playing games of the type in the future.
Right.
Basically playing something new outside of our comfort zone.
Exactly.
And we do have an inkling of what you played.
I know.
least-
You guessed it correctly, which I'm really bummed by.
Yeah, one guess. Juan. And, well, Robert knew too, because he
He
let
let me
it.
borrow the game. Robert knows.
That's true.
Robert is in the know.
Drum roll.
Well, what do you think I'm going to pull out of my jacket? You know the answer.
Then just pull it out of your jacket.
Well,
Just humor.
for example,
Trust me.
this is supposed to be a surprise for everybody.
Okay.
So I will allow you one guess.
So based on past conversations, this is going to be something different then. You're going to say I was wrong this whole time. You're going to say I was wrong this whole time. Because you had me believing it was Mass Effect Andromeda.
You are correct.
Okay.
It is not Mass Effect Andromeda.
There we go. There we go. Nice. What
How about that, huh?
have you been playing?
You ready?
I am.
Are you sure?
So much pageantry.
I think I am ready.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm going to zip it down slowly.
Because I eventually
Oh,
want to
my
get home.
goodness.
I eventually want to get home.
Are you ready?
That's not the kind of show we're doing.
Ready?
Go for it. Wow.
I played No Man's Sky.
Wow. Wow.
I know.
I'm proud that you at least tried it,
I
even though I know you've.
This is Robert's
Probably
official
hated it.
copy of the game.
still don't think
There
45
you go.
minutes
Oh,
to an
thank you.
hour
Thank
is
you.
enough to get a feeling for it. I mean, you get a general gist. Gist.
I did. I
I
got
am excited
a gist,
to hear what you have to
alright.
say about it.
But yeah, what did you think?
So
Good or bad about No Man's Sky?
let me tell you about my 30 minutes with No Man's Sky.
Oh,
It
now
was
it's 30
45 minutes, then it was an hour, now it's 30 minutes. There's no trusting. No
I boot up the
trusting you.
game. Immediately, I'm just being thrust into space.
Yeah.
I see all these stars zooming by me
You can go to
with
every one of
random
those.
names
Yeah.
that I'm never going to be able to pronounce.
It's because those are the ones that people have discovered. The
Right,
ones
I
that are
figured
named.
that
Yeah.
because the ones that are nameless, they're like they've yet to be explored. When really they're the result of a random number generator.
Exactly.
So I'm thrust into the middle of some planet that I did not get to choose.
Well, yeah. I mean, your
I just get dropped.
your ship crashed.
Right.
That's the story. Your ship crashed. So of course you wouldn't get to
This
choose
is
where you
why
crash.
this game is awful. There is no narrative exposition as to why I'm here. I'm just a single man
That's how survival games
in the
go.
middle of nowhere.
Don't make me defend this game.
This game is horrible.
Yes,
You agree with me?
it's a bad game. It's a very bad game.
Robert is in the camp of it's okay, right?
I loved it.
Yeah, see, he
I've
loves
talked
it.
about my love for this.
He loves it.
We've even talked about it. Yeah.
I thought you liked
And you
it.
said you enjoyed it. You were all excited when the updates were coming out.
Yeah.
And I tried it,
You wanted
too.
to make a machinima on it.
I did. I played it for
I'm surprised that you're
tried it for
vitriol
about-
about it now.
3, 4, 5 hours after all those updates,
Jeez.
after the good updates came out, and it was still just as boring after that.
Oh my god, it's a
was
boring
before.
game. It's horrible. So I'm in the middle of this planet. I get no tutorial about how the systems work in the game.
Okay, that surprises me because the game's tutorials are very.
No.
In depth.
There's no tutorials.
For me, there was.
There's not.
on both PlayStation and PC.
There's not.
I bought the game twice.
Wait. I did something different. I put it on permadeath mode.
You're not
Why
supposed
would
to
you
play
do
your
that?
first time on permadeath mode. It doesn't
To make
give
it
you the
more
tutorials.
immersive.
It doesn't give you the tutorials, I'd imagine. Then,
Are you shitting me?
well, you're supposed.
Why would you put it on that in the first
It probably
place?
tells you. that
I
there's-
figured, okay, if I'm going to play this game for like an hour or two.
No, I understand. I would go through that same, but they didn't have permadeath mode in the game to begin with. It was just the casual mode. That was the only mode when the game
Oh
came
my
out.
god. So I played it wrong from the beginning.
Well, I'm depending. You played it without tutorialization, which probably really hindered.
I mean, okay, so
you can do.
I got this laser. I hold R2 to shoot it. And
How the laser works.
I just look at my surroundings. There's like some ape shit thing over there.
Did you scan it and get your units received?
No, I just shot my laser beam at it.
Oh, and then you got the things coming and chasing you. Because
Yeah.
You just, yeah.
And then I shoot it at rocks, and it tells me I collected stuff, and I have to upgrade my scanner.
Yeah.
So I upgrade the scanner. I go back to my ship, and it tells me I got to find parts for the ship. But while encountering all this, I'm being bombarded by acidic rain. And when I use my jetpack to fly, if you fall, you take fall damage. And you get suit damage. And over time, your suit degrades.
Have you played a survival game before?
No.
Okay.
I hate them.
Well, I understand.
Well, actually, no. I played Don't Starve. And that's why I don't like them.
Don't Starve is different. It's much different.
The thing I hate about these games is there's no story. To like,
Don't Starve has a pretty good story.
I haven't experienced it.
It's because you haven't played it outside of just the initial, oh, what do I do? Oh, now
Right.
I'm bored.
Yeah, it's boring.
Well, your
You're
reason
just
for it
doing
being
the
boring is
same-
that there's no story, but there is.
There's
No
nothing
Man's Sky doesn't have
exciting
much
about
of a story
it.
to begin with.
No, it's horrible.
And you don't play that game for a narrative. You don't play that game for a narrative. If you go into No Man's Sky expecting to be told a good story, you
no, but
don't know that.
I would
game.
at least expect the world to be fleshed out and realized. Like, you know what I expected when I booted the game up?
Huh.
I wanted there to be like a reason why I got in the ship in the first place.
That would be great.
Something to just kind of put me in the world. Instead, I'm just thrust into it.
The way they approached it, and I'm not saying it's good or bad or right or wrong or whatever, is they wanted you to create your own story as you went. They wanted you to imagine.
I
why you were
understand
there
that.
rather than being told one way, and that's just Hello Game's approach to the game.
But it was wrong.
Well, that's like I said, it's not right or wrong.
It's just not for you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I
don't know how
got
feel
to a
about you being
point.
able to look over me to see him. I feel short.
Well,
I can't really.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Robert, just go
pretending
behind-
like I'm seeing him. I'm just kind of
Robert,
there's not much
Just
Depth
go behind
perception.
Kevin like this. Just
What?
go behind Kevin like that. There you go. Now
You
can
just
see
bumped the
me.
green screen though. You can see that on there.
What green screen?
I mean the
We're in
camera.
front of a desert.
Yeah, we're waiting to launch into
Yeah.
Apex Legends.
So anyway, I complete the quest to upgrade my tracker, right, or my scanner,
Okay.
and I kill more animals because that's all I can do.
I heard anal moles.
They look like anal moles.
Well, you got to kill those too.
I mean, they were walking like with their butts sticking out of their head.
Do you know what I could tell you?
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Spore. back in the day.
Yeah,
And that game
the
was shit.
animals. I think they're created the kind of the same way Spore did theirs.
It was
is
absolutely
they were like
horrible.
palette swaps.
Yeah, it
That's
was
all they
so
were, is just
stupid.
palette swaps.
The graphics were piss poor.
Well, when you're loading that much of a game, you don't want it to be.
But that's my
Like, take a
issue
day
with
to
the
load.
game. The world doesn't feel like it could have been everything they promised it could be. And from the get-go, I knew they were full of shit.
Well, yes, everybody figured
Yeah.
that one out pretty quickly.
Like,
but
even when it was getting hyped up as this big release, I knew it was going to be dog shit.
because of the way the game is procedurally generated, you knew it wasn't for you. I knew it wasn't for you.
No.
That's not a game that you can get behind. Because when you're looking to play a game, you look for a game that you can get invested in the characters, in the story, in the environment,
And
and
I
with the
can
procedurally generated
live through that
environments,
character.
there's nothing there.
Compelling. There's
besides-
nothing compelling.
Yeah, because there's
about
nothing
it.
handcrafted about it. It's
Yeah.
it's stuff that the computer places for you.
Exactly. That's the problem.
I know there are a lot of people that still play that game, and I do want to hear Robert talk about it just what was it particularly that
What-
you liked?
We've talked
What
about
did
this
I
before.
miss?
I want to hear it again though, because we're talking about No Man's Sky right now.
I enjoy I don't need every game to be a story for me, so I don't mind that it's not. I love the exploration. I like going to a planet, discovering the new stuff, getting what I need from it, and then moving on to the next planet. I just like that repetition of going to something new,
Okay.
doing it. It's like, bases or whatever in like a Far Cry game or Assassin's Creed. I like, getting the base and then moving on, go to the next area, finishing everything, going to the next area. I like that kind of rinse, cycle, repeat
Okay.
thing. It's relaxing to me.
But the thing about
And I
exploring
like the
in
fact
No
that
Man's
it's
Sky...
procedurally generated.
No.
I love it because everything is... There's places that look similar, but a lot of it is like, wow, holy crap, that's cool.
But once you make that first initial scan of the area, that's all you're going to see on that planet.
And then I go to the next planet.
He makes a point. Robert makes a point.
I suppose.
You
I
get bored with
enjoy
one, and about the acid rain, every starting planet, they force you every time that you start a game on a new planet. The first starting planet has some sort of environmental hazard.
I
for you to
realized
get
that on my
behind.
second playthrough.
Oh, you tried it again.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
All
permadeath.
this is just making me want to go home and play it.
Well,
so.
permadeath mode made me die permanently.
I
So
mean,
I had to
that-
make
I
a new
wonder
game.
why.
That makes sense.
But again, I had the same issue: environmental hazards. Using my jetpack, I would fall and take damage, and then one fall it would be like, you're fucked. And then,
That's why you don't get that far off the ground.
but I hate the fact that you can't just freely explore a place. You're hindered by these restrictions.
Well, you have to. The point of a survival game is to get better to be able to go to those places, to get the stuff that's in those places, to get better to go to the next place that's a little different that you couldn't.
Well, that's the
access
sense of
before.
progression, yeah.
And that's exactly all it is.
But to me, that's boring
That's fair. You're
because you do
entitled
the
to that
same
opinion.
loop over and over. I mean, I
I
know
agree.
I play games that have that kind of loop,
I do too, but I agree.
but
that
there's more of a story connected to it to make you feel invested in the game.
for me, when it comes to procedural generation, I don't like it on such a grand scale. I like games like Isaac. I talk about Isaac a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a small scale, and it doesn't. For me, Isaac's procedural generation changes the way the game's played, not what you look at while you're going from point A to point B. When I was playing No Man's Sky again after all the updates came out,
Yeah.
I was trying to get to a point where I could build everything. I was trying to get reacclimated with it so that I could go into the sandbox mode and just build whatever the fuck I wanted, because I wanted to do something within that world, because the creation concept of it is so in depth. There's a lot you can actually make in that game. And for people that like to make their own world in a sandbox game, it's perfect, because it's probably the best looking 3D sandbox game that there is that vast with what you can create.
I don't know. I mean, with Minecraft and other games
Do you
like
think
it,
Minecraft has good graphics compared to No Man's Sky?
I do actually.
Ugh.
I like Minecraft's
I don't
graphics more than
like-
No Man's Sky.
I
No
don't
Man's
like the-
Sky's graphics are terrible.
I like the cell shaded look. That's not specifically cell shaded.
It's the art style.
I like
That's
that
what looks
art
bad.
style. I hate voxel art. I hate voxel art. like 3D pixel looking things, voxels. I hate how Minecraft looks. That's
I
why
mean,
I've
I
never
see the
played it.
grand constructions in Minecraft, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like,
It's
I can
really cool
appreciate
that you can build whatever you want,
Yeah.
literally, because you just take a block and you put it there. And in No Man's Sky, you can't do that. You're subjected to rooms to build buildings rather than just individual pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But for somebody that dreamed of making a moon base, No Man's Sky sandbox mode's good.
Well,
I'm
just
surprised
to
you played
end
it.
the argument. Okay.
We're not arguing. There's no argument here.
Oh, okay. We're not pushing each other's buttons. Okay.
No, we are pushing each other's buttons, but we're not arguing, except about arguing.
The UI is god awful too, and I'll end it at that.
Especially on a console.
My God,
That UI
yeah.
is meant for a mouse.
It's horrible.
It's designed around a
Yeah.
mouse because those games are originated on PC.
I hate how floaty it is, and when you move the cursor, like moves the UI, and I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah, it's bad. And
Yeah.
the inventory management's horrible because you have to keep upgrading your backpack, and you have to find the
Oh,
backpack
joy.
upgrades. You have to find the backpack upgrades randomly throughout the planet. Or
Yep, I'm glad I
planets.
dropped it.
It's that game is not for you.
No.
I know that.
Hey, I gave it an earnest attempt. Okay,
I'm happy you did.
I did my homework.
Well, 45 minutes.
It was about 2 hours.
What?
What the heck?
is happening?
What?
45 minutes,
Why do you
1
keep
hour,
lying to
30
us?
minutes, 2 hours.
That's your challenge.
To under
I could probably
Kyle
look it
is
up
a
on my
pathological
console.
liar when he's not on the podcast.
I found the thumbnail for this episode.
Yeah.
All right, since it was my idea,
Done.
I want to go last. Robert, you're
Okay.
up.
Okay.
I'm excited
This
for
this whole episode is my idea. I love it.
I gotta find a way to look at Robert while he talks.
So I know,
He's right there.
Kyle, I heard you had a guess that you felt pretty confident about
Oh, he
yesterday.
did. He felt exactly the opposite of confidence about it.
Oh, I have no idea what you picked.
But you had an interesting idea that I was hoping was
Oh.
right.
I guessed that you played Mortal Kombat 10.
But he was not confident in
No,
it at all.
not at all.
No,
Just
I don't actively hate
because I was like, man,
Well,
Mortal
this isn't a game
Kombat.
that
I
you
know.
actively hate.
This is what happened, okay? So I was
But his
in the
was.
back with Robert, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to play Mortal Kombat 11. It looks so good. And you're like, I hate that game. It looks like a shitty game. And I was like,
Yes,
That
'cause
does not sound like me, and
Robert
I
is
did
known
not
for
say
his
that.
strong opinions.
Robert is, he
There he goes lying again.
He was saying it for 3 hours straight. It was at least 20 minutes.
Robert, I'm trying to make a point.
I was gonna guess a game, but I couldn't think of the proper game to guess for you. But I think I put myself on the spot now. I have to think of something to say.
You don't
I think you
have
might have. No, I kind of do.
Okay.
I'm hoping you played Catherine.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool,
That
actually.
would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I could see Robert playing
All right,
that.
what did you play?
I tried Bloodborne.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Whoa!
And you hated it?
Emphasis on tried.
Oh,
I didn't
shit.
hate it. I couldn't
Damn.
play it. I got stuck.
That's incredible. That's a hard game.
Yes.
It's one of your favorites.
I've
I'm
never wanted to
surprised-
play those games precisely because of that. And
Man,
that's why I
would have
chose it.
recommended Dark Souls over Bloodborne.
All they had was Dark Souls 2 on PlayStation
that's why.
now, and I didn't, even though I don't care about the story, I didn't want to jump in.
Man,
to
that's
that, so-
incredible. Wow,
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that must have been like.
So how did you feel the first time you encountered an enemy in that game?
Scared shitless. I bet.
Overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that
I haven't
weird.
played it.
There's like a werewolf
Yeah,
creature or
the
whatever,
werewolf.
like in that first room.
I
but
remember it,
You're
yeah.
supposed to fail that fight, so
yes.
that was no big
It's story
It's a
based.
trope that I hate so much in video games.
You
when
can
you're supposed to die.
You can kill it.
Really.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like.
But you'll
when
still get the
that's
cutscene. Yeah.
Weird.
But yeah, I didn't like. There's something about the art style. It's got this weird, like kind of hazy look to it almost. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah.
Maybe if it was just because I downloaded it from PlayStation Now, but I didn't like
No, it should still
The-
be the full.
the
thing.
graphics of it.
I'm
at all.
surprised because it's like really Lovecraftian and you love that stuff. Don't you?
Like they're not like the art style of the way stuff looked, but there's actually
Oh.
like it was like looked like a filter or something on the
Oh,
whole game,
I see.
Gotcha.
and it just
That's probably something for PlayStation now then.
it looked
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I did create.
PlayStation Now is still the full version of the game.
I know.
If you're not streaming it, if you're downloading it, it's the same exact game regardless.
I
You know
haven't
how, like,
used PlayStation
the old,
now, I don't know.
like 3D glasses when you had like the blue and the red lens, and so everything kind of had that weird, like kind of two-colored look. It was almost like that.
Weird.
Yeah. I did not enjoy it.
Well,
I did create a
shit,
character.
man. If you had told me, I would have let you borrow my copy.
Well,
That would defeat the purpose,
yeah.
even
Oh, well.
though I knew yours.
Oh, well.
But I created a character. I tried to make it as ugly as possible. So, after you listen to this episode, be sure to check out our Instagram because the picture of that character is going to be on our Instagram
Awesome.
and Twitter.
Awesome.
He's pretty
Oh,
horrifying.
I should have done the same thing, except I already uninstalled the game I was playing.
Oh, darn.
Damn it! I did the same thing though. I made.
That's
the
another thing I hate
character
about
really
No
ugly.
Man's Sky. There's no character customization. That sucked.
There actually is later on.
Oh, well, yippee.
No, when you get to your first space station,
Oh,
there's a thing you get to pick your species, your gender, your clothes, everything.
why do you do that later rather than at the beginning
Because
of the
they
game?
added it to the game like a year and a half later.
Idiots.
I was gonna say because they're idiots.
Nice.
Agree to agree.
Yeah. So after that, I gave it an honest try.
It's,
And I
it
died.
All
is
you could do.
difficult.
The first,
Yeah.
was it Yarnham or Yarnum or
Yarnum.
whatever? The city.
Yeah.
Yarn ham sounds delicious.
I mean, it's spelt like Yarnham, so I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah.
I've never heard it sound like that, so that's good.
Which
That's
is weird
great.
because Kyle's usually the one that pronounces things like phonetically.
Yeah.
You mean incorrectly?
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's both.
100.
Hundred.
I was thinking
Um,
warthog.
100.
I was thinking warthog.
Warthog?
Yeah.
That's how you say it, though.
It's the warthog.
No, it's not.
We've had
It's
this
warthog.
We've had this discussion
What?
for about a decade now.
It's warthog.
It's warthog.
It's not a warthog.
Yes, it is.
It's warthog.
You're
He's
flicking me
messing
shit.
with us, yeah.
You got to be flicking me shit
He's-
right now.
It's not the warthog
It is totally warthog.
because that just makes it look like there's a wart on a hog.
That's exactly why they're called warthogs. They're hogs with warts.
Have you heard of the animal a warthog?
Yeah, it's a warthog.
What I really hope you're kidding.
Please unplug his.
What am I doing wrong?
Back to Bloodborne.
Yeah, well, this is Robert's time.
Bloodborne.
I'm excited. Did you beat the first boss?
No,
Did you get to the first boss?
I don't think so.
Oh man,
I,
It's like the first enemy's a boss,
it's
right?
the cleric priest,
Yeah, no.
cleric beast,
Uh,
cleric beast.
there's like
Pardon.
the little gateways you open up or whatever. So when you die, you go back to that.
Yeah.
I probably died like 10 times in my probably 45 minutes of trying.
Damn, man, it's a rough
And,
game. I'm not surprised.
So like there's the city streets in the first area, and
Yeah.
there's all the people carrying like their torches and stuff.
Oh,
and,
that's a hard because
have to
they all
sneak-
attack you at once.
yeah.
Yeah,
And so finally, by the end of it, I'm like, screw this, and I just tried to.
open. I've
You
ever
ran
seen
through
your
'em.
eyes, Robert.
Thank you.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
ran through them.
I just ran through them.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
I just kept running. Well, it worked
It did.
eventually. Yeah.
Wow,
great. That's great.
That's amazing.
I just ran through all of them after dying like 5 times trying to kill them,
Bravo.
and I made it
glasses.
to
Much better.
the top of the bridge where there's 2 of those werewolf creatures.
Yes, that part's hard. Yes.
That's where I died, and I said I'm done
Yeah, I don't blame you.
because I have no.
If you'd fought the boss, you would have been like, "Fuck this."
There was no physical or mental way I could beat 2
No.
of those werewolves guy.
No,
Werewolves guy.
Werewolves guys.
Warthog.
man, I applaud you though.
Thank you.
That's really awesome that you tried to play that.
I never wanted to play those games, but I thought I would give it a try, and now I know that my assumptions were correct.
Great choices.
They're way too
both
hard
of
for
you.
me.
Yeah.
But like I said, so since I only played it a little bit, I did start playing another game
Oh,
after that. Which I played a little more.
what?
Soma.
Really?
Yes.
Holy crap!
Which is a
Interesting.
first-person, like horror game.
Yeah.
Too spooky for Robert.
It is definitely spooky.
It's not even that
almost too
spooky.
Some parts are spooky.
Somewhat.
I got spooked. Some parts are spooky.
Some spooky.
But at least that I like the story, and it feels
it's cool.
very Bioshocky to me
Bioshocky.
because obviously being like underwater
Mm-hmm.
and all that, and going through tunnels. The enemies, yeah, I don't. We don't need to worry about spoilers, right? It's like
No.
it's old.
Yeah.
Like the half human robot people are freaky,
Yes. Very freaky.
and like the
Excuse me.
screams and the sounds they
Apologize.
make and stuff. So
yeah. How far did you get in that game?
I was playing it last night for a couple hours.
You probably passed me because I was trying to stream it for one of my first games.
Yeah, I remember you streaming it. I thought
And I never finished it. I still plan to.
I got to not Theta Station, Lambda Station.
Okay.
I found Catherine. I think that was her name. The whole time, it's the lady that's like guiding you. And
I don't think I got that far.
Oh, you were trying to find her.
That's okay.
I found her,
Nice.
and then I moved on. But yeah, I thought I would try that because I don't like spooky games, obviously.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I felt bad for not being able to play much of Bloodborne. So, but like,
Hey,
I said,
that's good though.
That I kind of almost want to keep playing even after this, even though it's to play with the
You'll
lights
get
on.
better. You just gotta be persistent.
Yeah.
Have perseverance. Yeah. It's about challenging you to become a better you.
I don't like the games where you have to run from enemies. You can't fight.
Then don't
The
play
old-
Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
It's from the same developers.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't play Amnesia.
Well, this game is the same way.
Yeah.
I don't like running from things. Scares me more than just standing and fighting. I don't know
Right.
why. Like,
I think
just knowing
Amnesia
that
is
they're behind
scarier.
you and you can't see them. So,
I mean, I haven't played Soma enough, but I think Amnesia is a really scary game.
well, probably.
Like for your first playthrough, anyway.
But yeah. So at least I'm kind of enjoying.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is great to hear.
I'm-
Bravo.
I really like your
Wait.
choices.
Thank you.
So, do you like scary games?
No.
Are you going to keep playing Soma?
Well, I just said I kind of want to continue.
Oh, I thought you meant Bloodborne.
Hell no. That just pisses me off.
Oh, God's gold, man. Well,
No,
still,
no.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
From one sensei to another.
Thank
You know, because you played No Man's Sky and I didn't. I failed.
You tried.
I did.
You tried.
Either of you guys have a guess as to what I played?
Fortnite,
What do you think?
Apex Legends,
All right.
Overwatch. What?
I already said I didn't play Apex
Oh,
Legends.
okay.
I had no guesses.
I want you to guess something.
Um,
Well, a real guess?
Yes, an actual real guess. It was not Fortnite or Overwatch.
Far Cry 5?
God, Kevin, you don't play a lot of games. Did you play Alien Isolation?
Not bad guesses. I'll tell you, Robert's a lot closer.
Oh.
Shit.
It's Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
No.
Oh.
Oh my God, you played Fallout 76.
No.
Oh my God, that would have
No.
been incredible.
No, I didn't want to pay for it.
I was like, what?
Hey, they're close to giving that thing away.
I
so-
know. I played Tom Clancy's The Division.
Oh,
Interesting.
And I know The Division 2's coming out pretty soon. It's been going through its beta periods lately. And The Division is a horrible game.
that was another one I didn't.
The shooting mechanics
into.
of the game are fun. They're there. But honestly, anytime I was playing that game, I was like, I wish I was playing Ghost Recon Wildlands instead. Because
good one.
the boring... And this game looks gorgeous on PC. The Division.
Well,
It
I
looks
remember
really
the
good.
initial trailers for it. They made it look so sleek and
Yeah,
awesome.
it looks nothing like that. They Watch Dogs did. But
And yeah, basically, it turned into not what it promised it would
it still
be.
looked really good compared to what I thought it would look like. Just the bland environment and the Tom Clancy story. The opening cutscene was perfect for a Tom Clancy movie. I thought it would have made a great movie or like a Jack Ryan style miniseries. Or I guess that's a full-on series, but a miniseries based on The Division would have been better than a game.
They are making a movie, I think. I heard.
Well,
I hope not.
now I don't want
think
them
so.
to because they already made the game.
It's gonna flop if they do,
Yeah.
like Assassin's Creed movie.
I don't care for games that just they're like, okay, this is a multiplayer game. We have to throw in a crafting system.
Every time.
So I'm gonna walk into an abandoned building. That is a loud siren. Apologies for that.
I didn't know
They're
they
coming
could
to get me.
Cop cars out here.
So I go into a building that had maybe one or two enemies in it. I kill them, and then I just loot random boxes with electronics or tools or some generic thing that helps me build an item. It's so... It just takes you out of what the Tom Clancy story is. And Tom Clancy games are known usually for how invested you can get in them. Like the original Ghost Recon games, Rainbow Six games, especially Splinter Cell. Those games all told stories really well.
They did, yeah.
I mean, Splinter Cell got kind of really weird at the end.
Yeah, I got hokey.
Yeah.
Like,
But
not
like the first
plausible.
3 Splinter Cell games were fantastic.
Yep.
Especially
A
Chaos
really good
Theory.
trilogy of games. Yep.
Rainbow Six games, those games were really fun. They they stuck to the core mechanics, and you and I played Rainbow Six. we had some good times. That was high school.
That was high school, yeah.
Yeah.
And our Target days,
Yeah. Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yeah, that was great.
Ghost
and 2?
Recon Wildlands, I would think would be a more fun game than the Division for me because it doesn't try to make you play multiplayer as much as the Division does. I do feel bad though because I didn't fully. I played the game for 5 hours ish, also known as 15 minutes. But yeah, actually about 4.5, 5 hours, and I didn't play with anybody at all, and it's because there was hardly anybody there.
Yeah.
The game is about abandoned.
About abandoned.
I was gonna say that, but I don't know about endgame.
So it's just
stuff.
like the game's premise. It's supposed to be like abandoned.
Right. I imagine endgame. I imagine for endgame stuff, like there's people playing it, but
Yeah.
when you're first starting out, there are maybe like 3 or 4 other people there, and I'm not one to group up with people I don't know in a game anyway, and that's why I haven't given Apex Legends a serious go through yet. Except I did try that time last night. That was just last night I tried playing it. I was going to talk about it on this podcast, but it didn't want me to play, so I'm not playing it. Meh.
Yeah, fuck it.
Looting systems in a game like that make no sense. Make very little sense. Crafting systems make even less sense. Why you're just randomly killing some people but letting other people... it's so weird to me that like New York is going through this major crisis of people dying and your reaction is to go out and kill more people. It from a story standpoint doesn't make sense. The gameplay is very boring. It's just doing the same thing over and over. You're going to this mission, clearing out the enemies, looting all the stuff, going to the next mission, killing all the enemies, looting all the stuff.
The grind.
It's a very Ubisoft game, and
I heard the enemies are like super bullet spongy.
they really are.
Yeah.
Like I expected level 1 to be able to shoot someone in the head with a handgun, like
And
you
just
would
instantly kill them.
Yeah, but it takes like 3 shots.
Yeah.
And when I was like, I think level 7 or 8 by the time I stopped, and I had some decent assault rifles and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just like unloading a whole clip for
Nice.
each kill, and it's an RPG, so it makes sense, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be an RPG. It's not set up as an RPG. You just know that mechanically the combat is RPG centric, which is where the crafting system comes in, where the loot comes in. It just doesn't fit. It feels like a clunky mashup of systems that work in other games, so they tried to just throw it all together and Ubisoft it, and Ubisucky.
That's a first.
I had very differing opinions on Ubisoft games. It's the developer that makes the best and worst games, in my opinion. They make some of the best and some of the worst games.
That's
ever.
true.
And this game, I expected it to not resonate with me. I didn't expect to actively dislike it as much as I do. I did not like The Division, and I will now never play The Division 2. And it's making me not want to play Anthem because I know it's going to be of the same style.
Division 2 being exclusive to the Epic Game Store was like a nail in the coffin for me.
Division 2's not Epic.
No,
Division
but
2's
it's going to be exclusive to Epic Game Store.
It's a Ubisoft game. They've got their own launcher.
But it's going to be exclusive for Epic Game Store.
How?
That's just the way they did it.
Are you sure The Division 2? Mm-hmm. Ubisoft has their own PC launcher, though. Why would they sabotage themselves like that?
They just bought the rights out to the game, Epic Game Store.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I have not heard that one.
We will research this further.
I could be wrong. It could be on Ubisoft launcher, but it's definitely not on Steam.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Everybody's going for their own launchers, or if they don't have one now, they're getting these deals from Epic for timed exclusivity or for full-on exclusivity.
Yeah, that whole mess with Metro Exodus.
The mess that
was bad.
that created was
Yeah.
freaking terrible. The good thing is for people that pre-ordered it on Steam, they are still getting Steam copies of it. But
Yep, but
yeah,
still
for that
disappointing.
first year,
Shit out of luck.
I like that Steam. Let's talk about this now because I'm done talking about The Division. It sucks.
Are we good with the main topic, boys?
Yeah, main topic boys are done. I know Robert doesn't have much of a dog in this race or a pony in this race, but
No.
I think Epic trying to compete with Valve is good for business.
I can see
Competition
the competition
breeds-
angle. Yep.
Yeah, if YouTube had a serious competitor in the digital video realm,
Yeah.
YouTube wouldn't be as notoriously shitty as they are. And I say this knowing that this video right now is on YouTube, but there's just nowhere else to get this out with the kind of eyes that can come to it. And we don't monetize any of our shit on YouTube anyway, so it doesn't matter if they try to take us down because we don't make money off of it.
No.
On purpose. But I think...
Someday.
I mean, we will, just not on YouTube. I'm not going to there will never be monetization on YouTube from us on our content. If Epic thinks that they can compete with Valve, and I think they have a good shot with the money that they've raked in from Fortnite, it's done a lot of good for them. They
got that capital now.
They're giving developers bigger cuts of the games than what Steam is getting.
That is nice of them.
And the developer knows that off the back end, like right off the bat, they have less eyes on their product because Steam has the market share. They are the market leader in PC
they're the
digital
monopoly
sales.
right now.
Yeah.
And
the fact that a monopoly, the fact that a monopoly even exists for that is all the more reason for Epic to have their own storefront. I can
give you that point.
I think it'll be good for business.
I hope so.
I think it'll make it so Steam has to look at the way that they're doing things, not because they won't always be number one.
No.
For a
Epic's
while
got
now,
a long way to go before they reach that, though.
And for a while now, like Fortnite thought it would be number one as far as battle royale games, and all of a sudden, Apex Legends comes out, and for right now, it's beaten out Fortnite as far as viewership and players go.
Yeah, it blew up like crazy.
Oh my god!
Like 250,000 viewers on Twitch on the first day.
It's great though because it took what worked with Titanfall.
Yeah,
as far as the fluidity of the combat went, and put it in a battle royale setting. It did what people thought that blackout mode for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was supposed to do.
Yeah, but that's
streamlined the entire thing into a first-person shooter, and
that wasn't very successful.
Yeah, it was just like a slapdash attempt.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I got some air going on up in here. Apex Legends actually was built around the shooting systems that the whole battle royale is based off of, and they don't try to overdo it with the number of players. I think it's 60 players. It's 20 squads of 3 on at any given time, and
is it only on Origin?
For PC, yes.
Okay.
It's because it's an EA game, Respawn.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just wasn't sure if it was on Steam.
It's only on Origin.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Until Epic. No.
God, this is what it's going to be, isn't it? Like Ubisoft's going to have a battle royale game that's only on Ubisoft Launcher.
Well, think of it this way.
And Steam.
What shows do you watch that are exclusive to Netflix? And which ones are exclusive to Hulu? Which ones are exclusive to Amazon Prime Video?
That's the way it is now. Yep.
It's just
competition.
Digital subscription services are the way that things are going.
The way of the future.
Xbox has their own subscription service. PlayStation has their own subscription service. How is that? I honestly, because I haven't, ever since PlayStation came out with the ability to download games from PlayStation Now, I haven't been able to try it.
I gotta say, Game Pass is great. It's $10, and you get so much access.
Better,
Game Pass is awesome.
Yeah, PlayStation Now is $20 a month.
That's too much.
So double the price.
Yeah,
and I mean, you do have the option to stream instead of just download. Right. But
streaming a game,
I would not do that.
I did do that. I did try it. I played God of War because the thing with PlayStation Now is you can actually download an app on your PC and play PlayStation exclusive games on Windows.
That's interesting.
I played God of War, the original God of War, on my PC with the DualShock 4 controller, and it was great. But the lag with streaming it, and this was with a fast internet connection and a wired connection to said internet. But wow, that was a tangent from a tangent from a tangent. Triple tangent, yo.
Let's bring it back. So what did playing these games teach about ourselves?
I have the power. I know what I like, and I think we all know what we like in video games.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I know what I don't like.
We have our strengths and weaknesses and our preferences.
I want to do another one of these exact episodes in like a year or two.
Yeah.
Something that is outside of... It's fun to do every now and then, just to play something, especially if you get it for free, which humble monthly subscriber right here. So I got The Division last month. I think it was Was it February or was it a March? Or January, not March. March is next month. That's how time works.
Sometimes.
Whew, it's been a long day.
It has been, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Robert, though, I'm really happy you tried it, and you can put it to bed now.
Thank you.
I was
Yeah.
happy that you tried Bloodborne
Yeah.
because it took the pressure off me not playing Bloodborne.
So when I stream Sekiro, you're gonna watch me play it, right?
I might. I
You
try
prob-
to watch you every
yeah.
time.
Okay.
I caught a little bit of your Resident Evil the other day.
Yeah, I gotta do more of that for sure.
You and I should play Apex Legends.
Apex.
On
I was thinking about
PC.
playing that.
If you'd get it on PC, I'll play with you.
Okay.
Sorry, Robert. I know you don't really care.
That means I have to
because
install Origins again, but that's okay.
I did too.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
It.
But oh well, I'll try it.
I think some of the stuff. My last point with what I was gonna say actually goes in line with that. Yeah, I have Origin installed. I have Bethesda launcher installed. I've got Uplay installed.
Bethesda launcher.
Yeah, Bethesda has their own launcher.
What's on there that you played?
Any Bethesda game that you buy through Steam launches the Bethesda launcher.
Wait, even like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3?
No. Okay, sorry, not the old ones.
I was gonna say that's fucked up.
But that's what Bethesda like. Elder Scrolls. No, you can just run those straight through Steam. But
all their new
Elder
releases.
Scrolls Online, I
Yeah.
think runs through that. Fallout 76 does. I tried Fallout Shelter. Is what I downloaded that for.
Okay.
Yeah, usually, especially with Uplay, if you buy a game on Steam and it runs through Uplay, why wouldn't you just run it through Uplay? Because you're running Steam and Uplay, and it's using up all the system resources. Plus, Steam has a terrible track record. Games on Steam, I should say. I'm not blaming Valve specifically for this, of having third-party DRM on so many games anyway. So you're already running that software plus Steam anyway.
Which is bad.
So if you could just go straight to the source for it and maybe get a discount on it.
Don't do it anymore.
If you can go straight to EA for an EA game and get, I think if there was a discount involved, that would be great to go through. That would be a great way for Epic to make money. The way that Green Man Gaming got out there. Green Man Gaming got out there by selling Steam keys for 10% off Steam price.
Well, that whole market's kind of like a gray market, isn't it?
Green Man Gaming's not a great market. No.
It's not?
No, they don't buy resold keys. They get keys from
okay.
developers, and they just make less money off of it.
I see.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking G2A. Don't ever buy off G2A. That shit is shady,
that's
yo.
a shady-
That's a green market.
Yeah. Don't
No,
do it.
No, that's a gray market. That's like going on eBay and buying a used PlayStation Now card or PlayStation Plus card or
God,
something.
why?
Yeah, just don't do it.
Why?
You're buying someone else's used game that the developer
Gross.
isn't making any extra money off of, and it's terrible. Terrible.
Well, I have a question for y'all.
To wrap things up, what's up?
If you're gonna play a game that you hate again,
Not a game that you hate.
well, a game that you wouldn't normally play,
Okay.
what would that game be?
I would say The Crew 2. No, that's a Ubisoft game. Why do I go to Ubisoft for this shit? Why?
Because they're terrible games.
They're not fundamentally terrible.
Except for Assassin's Creed games, they're okay. They're tolerable.
Far Cry can be fun too. They just need to change up.
Maybe a battle royale for me.
Okay, there you go.
I would probably go, honestly, with a racing game of some kind. And I
Racing?
don't want to say Forza Horizon because I honestly want to give that franchise a shot. You know what? No. I might play a game like one of the newer Gears of War games.
Oh, okay.
A story-driven,
shooter.
third-person, like hip shooter, hip cover
Hip shooter.
Well, it's always there's
I
always
like
hip
that.
cover.
I like
There's
that term.
Hip cover everywhere you go.
I thought those were chest high covers.
No, well, you got to duck.
Well, that was the meme.
Chest is up here.
Chest high.
Chest is up here.
Robert would know. Are they chest high or hip high?
I feel like this is a trick question. I would say hip high.
Hip high. Okay.
And I say
shooter.
warthog.
Yes.
Warthog.
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 Warthog. Sounds like a Lord
So-
of the Rings beast.
If I had to play another game or genre I hate,
What game would that be, Kyle?
I would say something like a Zen game.
Stardew Valley.
Or
My time at Porsche.
I was going to say, you didn't talk about that. You played a crap ton of that.
I've been talking about it on the podcast. I've only played another
Oh.
3 or 4 hours since the last episode of the podcast anyway.
I might give that a shot. Or possibly something
Now that I think
like,
about it, it'd be Minecraft for me probably.
you know, like one of those, not like a MOBA, but like Dota 2 or... Oh, wait, those are called MOBAs.
Those are MOBAs.
Sorry.
Dota 2, League of Legends.
I would try that. I would try one of those.
I don't think I could. Too toxic of an environment.
The only one I
Overwatch
played
would be the
was
other one.
Heroes of the Storm, and it's okay. But, yeah.
Yeah. what was I gonna say? Oh, I might actually do play Minecraft. I might do play.
You might do play.
I might play Minecraft at some point.
Whoa.
I want to do it. I'm not announcing anything right now, but
Okay.
at some point I want to have a charity stream.
Oh.
I want to have like a long stream on Twitch where people that give us money, it all goes straight to charity, doesn't touch our coffers. And if we hit a certain threshold, whatever that threshold may be, might incentivize me to play a game that I wouldn't normally play, such as Minecraft.
That would be fun.
I think that would be very fun. We'll see where that goes. I got to look into how that goes. I want to make it so they just donate straight to like Extra Life or whatever, so it doesn't touch us at all. I don't want to have to figure out the taxes on that. But anyway, thank you all so much for listening to our ramblings.
Thank you.
Thank you once more for having us in your home.
Or your car, or at work.
Anywhere.
Probably at work, because we talk a lot. I talk a lot.
At work. Yeah, but speaking of which, we're back in our original recording studio.
Which is work. I work here, and at the top of this mountain right
Yeah.
there.
I work
See?
in the balloon.
This is how I get to work every day. Yeah.
Oh, I feel left out of the whole balloon game now.
Well, you
Anyway.
should have picked your own balloon.
PushingButtonsPodcast.com is where you can find all of our content. Please like, share, subscribe. If you share this video, if you've gotten any enjoyment from this video or from this audio that you're listening to or watching right now, and you love other people, share that joy with them by letting them know about us.
And a reminder, hashtag gentleman's agreement between me and Robert. Hashtag Kyle's joy or hashtag Robert's joy.
And I'll just stand back and count the tweets, yo.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet tweets.
Make it
yo.
happen, buddies.
And Mariah's going to hashtag for you, and you'll win.
So's Erica for you.
She doesn't have Twitter.
What?
Ooh.
I got an advantage.
Exactly.
That's a leg up.
I think you'll be like the deciding vote. I have a feeling. Of like, one person.
It's up to you.
Up to you.
Impulse G66, Monumentus Kyle, Too Spooky for Robert.
Twitch.tv/pushingbuttons.
Are Pushing Buttons P on Twitter.
Yes.
Pushing Buttons Podcast on Instagram. Twitch.tv/Pushing Buttons, as Kyle stated. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep up with everything that we do. Thank you very much for listening and watching. However you are doing so,
Yes.
we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Adios.
Bye.
Love you.